Are you starting your construction project the right way? Getting started with lean. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get started with lean on your construction project from a holistic, or let's say a macro view, because I get asked this all the time. How can I start with lean on the construction project? Should I start small? Should I start big? Should I start with one area? Or should I go all in? And so I'm going to answer that in this video right now and give you some practical tools and tips that you can use to start lean on your project. And I'm super excited, so stay with us. So first and foremost, in the book Elevating Pre-Construction Planning, I outline the lean components that are required at a minimum to run an operationally stable project. So you'll find those in the IPCS videos, which we'll link you to in the description below. Here's a recommendation for you. You can go on that book, look at the framework, the IPCS framework, and literally go through the items that you feel apply to your project and start implementing them one by one. Now, let me give you some advice. If it doesn't apply to you, then it makes sense to not use it. But if it does apply to you, then don't abandon it just because you don't have time or the money or you don't want to deal with it right now, because of this key principle, that lean is implemented as a system. Let me use the human body as an example. Let's say we wanted to make a human. We wouldn't start out and say, well, we've got a human, we've started with the heart's working. Well, what about the lungs? What about the circulatory system? What about the nervous system? In order to have a human, you've got to have all of the key systems. You have to have the skeletal system. You have to have your muscular system. I won't go through all of them, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to have all component parts working together for that human to function. The same thing is true for a construction project. You have to have all of these key components working in order for it to work well. That's why in the IPCS, the Integrated Production Control System, in the book that I mentioned, we talk about how to design the team, the production plan, the supply chain, the culture on site with the right production planning system, and do it with the last planners according to the last planner system, and then recover with delays. At the end of all of that, we have accountability and KPIs. If any of those are not covered, then the project system will fail. So you might be like, Jason, well, why did you say go through it? Okay, so because if you, let's say you're on a massive commercial project, right? And tax planning, you can fully implement every single aspect of that, right? That's great. Now let's scale that to a residential project. Maybe there is no repetition. Maybe of all of the different things that tax planning can provide you, you're only going to use the format in your residential environment because it doesn't apply. That's what I'm talking about. So we have to be very specific to tailor it with your project, but here are some of the key things that you must do to implement lean on your construction project. Okay, so number one, lean thinking is all about doing things the right way and doing less of the things that aren't right. It's about learning, it's about improving, it's about eliminating waste, right? At its base in construction, lean is about respect for people, stability, one piece, one process flow, one progress flow, flowing together with visual systems and continuously improving from there. So I'm going to give you two perspectives. One of them is how you can approach your lean journey, and the other one is the key components that you must have on your project site for you to start out with lean. All right, so let's start. For a construction project, whatever it is, pre-planning is lean, and going through multiple iterations of that plan on paper is lean. The other thing is making sure that all of your planning, respecting trade partners and never overburdening the workforce, that is lean. And those are some of the most important things you can do in pre-construction. Then from a timeline perspective, when you start out your project, you must have these key things implemented. Number one, you must have flow to your production plan. Number two, you must have your procurement aligned to that procurement plan. Number three, you must be holding pre-construction meetings with your trade partners 3 weeks before they start. You must be using look-ahead plans and weekly work plans to look ahead in your production plan to clear the path for your trades, and using those weekly work plans to actually execute work. And those look aheads and weekly work plans are all derived from a pull plan. Pull planning is absolutely crucial. So if you want to know during the project what you have to have, good production plan with flow, procurement log that's tied to it, all of the phases are pull plan, pre-con meetings happening, and you are looking ahead. Those are the minimum requirements to be lean on a construction project. That's where you start. Plan the project and then implement those key things. In the description below, I'm actually going to give you a graphic that shows you those key habits and make it easy for you to implement on your construction project. We'll also turn this into a blog. And if you appreciate that, please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. But that's key. Those are the key components that you have to have on your construction project for it to go well. So here's something that's interesting that I think you'll like. The other day on LinkedIn, I posted a post that was talking about how to accelerate a project. And there was a little portion in the text where I gave a list. And I used the example that I don't have to go visit a project to see if it's not going well. All I would have to do is hop on the phone or a Zoom meeting and ask the project team if any of these things are not being done. And if the answer to any of them are no, I know that the project has a high likelihood to struggle or fail. And this list, as it turns out, also ties into the list I already gave you. So let me give it to you briefly right now. Are you using TACT for your production planning? Do you know what your bottlenecks are? That means trade bottleneck or zone bottleneck by phase. Have you rezoned and gotten smaller zone sizes so your phases can go faster so you can gain buffers? Do you have the opportunity to, and are you actively designing to the work package in a way that will speed up your bottlenecks? Are you maintaining good trade flow throughout without trade stacking, trade burdening? Are you hosting pull plans by phase? Are you proactively managing your procurement system to get materials to the required on-job site dates with buffers? Are you hosting a pre-construction meeting 3 weeks before work starts for every trade? Are you doing look-ahead planning 6 weeks out to make work ready and to find and clear roadblocks? Are you doing weekly work planning with the trades? Are you managing handoffs with the trades in the field according to your weekly work plans? And do you know your roadblocks and constraints, and do you discuss them daily for the purpose of fanatically removing them and clearing the path for your trade partners? And if the answer to any of these is no, that's not a dig, that's not a criticism, that's simply me saying that you deserve better. Those all need to be yes for you to start out well with lean. And so here's what we're going to do. In the description below, I'm going to give you that full list. We're also going to turn this into a blog post. And I'm going to link you to some other videos about lean implementation that will help you along your journey. But those are the basics, and that's how you get started. And if you need help, reach out to us. We can help you. But I really do hope you've enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. On we go.